I'm Chiara and I'm from Padua.
I'm Riccardo. I'm from a small town nearby Padua.
I start to be interested in geology when I understand that it includes many challenges with human society evolution. I work on cultural heritage and archaeometry, and so I think that geosciences put in touch environment, human evolution, and challenges in cultural identity preservation. So if you are worried about natural world and cultural identity preservation, a geological point of view can be a great way to find solutions.
I've always been interested in geoscience and in science in general. First of all, geoscience is a spectacular way of knowing our planet, and therefore also a good way to visit places that you will never see otherwise. And at the moment, my research is focused on planetary science. I am a planetary geologist. By formation, I'm a structural geologist, but I have a PhD in planetary geology, and I deal with the surface of Mars and the Moon mostly. I shifted to this discipline because I've always been interested in Earth observation from space, and then the transition to observe the surface of other planets was really natural to me. Also because I love a lot science fiction. So this is a little science fictional, but it's also putting in perspective all our knowledge of the Earth, trying to understand what's beyond the Earth, and understanding the surfaces of the planets and the process of formation is also a good way to go back in time and see how our Earth was behaving before the record that we have nowadays in our rocks.
Many persons inspire me, but at least I think that traveling is the answer. So knowing new people, new places, and new issues.
Well, I have to say I was inspired at first by my parents. My mother was a biologist at the university back then, and since then I was always interested in science, knowing new things about natures and this kind of stuff.
I think that we are making progress on gender equity, but until now a gender gap is still significant, in particular in the leadership positions. I don't think that the gender gap come from stereotypes now, but that is more linked with an unconscious bias in hiring and in promoting.
So I have to say that in my particular case, I was always occupying very, very well balanced little bubbles of science, starting from my PhD, including my PhD advisor and most of my colleagues. We were almost 50% equally spreaded. And the same way, similarly, coming back here at the Department of Geosciences, I've been in a position where we are underrepresented, and so this is a very virtuous condition and situation in the particular science of planetary geology and planetary science in general, that I also see in other institutions where also leadership positions are well occupied and balanced. Not only in STEM, but in general in working positions, there is a very, very high tendency not to hire women that are around 25 to 30, 35. Sometimes they are being asked, do you plan to have children? If they say yes, they are not hired. There is a very high bias also in the salaries amounts occupying the same positions. And therefore there is a lot to be done, not only because, of course, women are giving birth to children, but also because, provided that this is true, they still have to have the possibility to be equally treated like men, and there are no tools at the moment that are enabling them to have the same types of possibilities. They are limited in a way that is no more acceptable nowadays, and this is true not only in science or university, academia, but also in any type of job. It's still biased, and there's still a long way to go.
Never give up, and good luck.
So my advice would be strong, don't let yourself being discouraged. And there are lots of colleagues that can support you, and I've seen many stories of very successful women, regardless of their starting point, their personal conditions. So don't give up, and there's always somebody that will support you, and you will accomplish a lot of things, I'm sure of that.